So I have in front of me a PSA submission that finally got back from California. 59 cards, mostly hockey, with a handful of 1987 Fleer basketball stickers in there. This was an order I sent in over a year ago. I'll flash the specifics up now in terms of how long it took. But there's a lot of lessons in this order. If you have a weak stomach, you should probably switch off this video because there's some ugly grades in here. But you know, I think as I looked through the cards, overall, I think they graded more or less as I expected. There were a few clunkers, which I think, you know, we'll re-examine in greater detail in future videos, just to really learn and avoid the same mistakes again, because a lot of the cards you're going to see in this reveal are from the limited edition insert series that I just did over the past couple of weeks. So hopefully you enjoy. Let's get to the cards. Okay, so like I said in my intro, 59 cards here from PSA. Bunch, you know, 95% hockey, maybe 90% hockey if you do math properly, and a few 87 Fleer basketball stickers. I think what we're going to do is start off with the basketball stickers, get them out of the way so that we can focus on the important stuff, the hockey cards. I have, what do I have? One more order at PSA of hockey cards, and then one order of more or less some 1986 Fleer basketball minor stars and whatnot. We'll see when those come back. The hockey one's been stuck in QA check for a while. I'm wondering if PSA is just reeling from the $1 million that they're owed by a subgroup that's going to declare bankruptcy and not pay them. I wonder if you guys heard that story. Interesting stuff. Okay, 1987 Fleer sticker Magic Johnson in an 8. These, you know, the centering on these I never really mastered. I think these graded okay, but you know, I'm still not sure, you know, what a real 10 looks like, shall we say. Here is Akeem Olajuwon, misspelled. At first, when I got this back, I saw Olajuwon spelled W-A-N, and I was like, nice job, PSA. You misspelled the Olajuwon's name on the label, but when you look at it, it's misspelled on the card. So, nice job. So Fleer gets the criticism right now. Here's a Kevin McHale. Okay, another 8 here. And then let's go from this side. Dominique Wilkins in a 7. And the last one of the basketball stickers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in a 7. All right. Now let's get into the good stuff. All righty. Mike Bossy, 1978 Topps in a 6. This one was one of the ones from my childhood collection, I think. I thought there was an outside chance maybe at a 7, but you know, 6 seems fair. Here's a 1982 McDonald's sticker, Wayne Gretzky. Any guesses? What do you think? Let's guess. I mean, aside from the fact that PSA didn't put this in the right holder, the jackasses, PSA 2. This definitely has its issues. I didn't think it was a 2, but we might go do an autopsy on this one later on. So I'm thinking of doing a new series. I'm going to do a new series, especially around these next few cards. We're going to call it Grading Card Autopsy, and we'll dive deep on a few of these to see where what the reasons are for the low grades. So here's a Brett Hull 1993 Donruss Elite inserts in a 5. As you can see, like centering wise and everything, it looks great. I think there are surface issue. There must be surface issues with the film on these guys, because that's the only thing that I kind of could point to for these low grades. And we're going to compare them to some of the raw cards that I showed in the recent video. And here are a couple of Patrick Roy, a 6 and a 4. So hey, we did actually get a 10 if I put these together. Yeah, definitely going to be the subject of the card autopsy, the 1993 Donruss Elites. Here are a couple of Gretzky's, both in a 6. So, you know, there's definitely real issues with these cards. If not, I'm going to send them back to PSA, but I'm pretty sure they're real issues, and we'll see. We'll compare them against some raw ones and do some deep dive analysis. Okay, moving on. 1994 Flair Hot Numbers. Gretzky in an 8. Not bad. Here's a 93 Stadium Club Lemieux in a 6. When I looked at this closer, you can see it's terribly off center when you look at, there's sort of like a barrier here, or a little border. You can see where there's a square, the print lines almost, and it's way off center, so that makes sense as a 6. Here's a 1995 Donruss Between the Pipes, Martin Brodeur, got an 8. Going into a bunch of, well, not yet, jumping the gun. 94 Finest with the coating, Mark Messier in an 8. 94 Upper Deck SP, Wayne Gretzky die cut in an 8. This is kind of fun. There are a few die cuts coming up in this order, and actually I think most of them did okay. 95 Upper Deck Freeze Frame Lemieux in a 7. I don't believe any of these right now have any numbering. Here are a couple of 95 Bowman's Best Refractors. Joe Sakic and Brodeur, both in a 9. Now we're getting into the finest, 1995 finest. I've got Eric Lindros in a 9, Sterling version with the coating. You know, I don't know, all these, well, most of these had the coating left on them. Here's Forsberg finest with the coating. I think as long as the words don't cover up anything really bad in the picture, you know, I think it's okay to leave the coating on. Otherwise, they do kind of ruin some of the I don't know, beauty of the cards at times. At times, I regret not pulling them apart. So here are 2 Gretzky's, one a 9, one an 8, and that is it for that particular pile. Continuing on the 1995 finest train with Pavel Bure in an 8. Okay. Ray Bourque got a 9. These cards are really cool. Patrick Roy with an 8. '97 Studio, Donruss Studio hard hats. Talking about the die cut, here's the Teemu Selanne. You can see the die cut nature of this. That's in a 9. A 1996 Flair Hot Gloves, Patrick Roy in a 9. This is I mean, look at that. That's just fun, right? That's the die cut on this guy. Got a 9, great shape. Unfortunately, it's not a Ken Griffey Jr. Hot Gloves. Haha, wink, wink. All right, a bunch of 1997 Pacific Dynagon inserts. Guys, actually, I'm going to look up the pack odds on these, see if I'll do some editing. I actually will do some editing this time. Because these were pretty hard to find insert sets, both this and the Blue Ice. So here's a Peter Forsberg in an 8. Joe Sakic in an 8. Gretzky and Messier playing together on the Rangers. Both got 7s. Lindros in an 8 and a 7. Jaromir Jagr, 8. Pretty much these things top out at 8, apparently. Here's a 97 Dynamic Duos, Teemu Selanne. Look at that die cut. Check that out. That's fun. Came back in 8. I think if this was just a little bit better centered, it'd be a 9 or even a 10. We've got 2 of these tandems from that Dynagon set. Patrick Waugh and Dominic Hasek. Check this out. I mean, how cool is that? Both graded 8. Noticing a pattern. Peter Forsberg, Ice Blue, 8. Martin Brodeur, Ice Blue, 7. Jaromir Jagr, 7.5. I've never seen a 7.5 grade before. I don't know whether that's good or bad. Frankly, that's a little freaking annoying, to be honest. Okay. And then wrapping up the Dynagon Ice Blues, Pavel Bure in an 8. We're still in 97 Pacific with the Attack Zone, Pacific Invincible, Jagr in an 8. Fun cards. Fun cards. Relatively decent grades. I mean, considering that they're 90, mid-90s stuff. And now on to the final. Uh-oh, puck's rolling. Final, I guess what, 20 cards roughly. Here's some 1996 Select Certified Brett Hull Red. Mint 9. I don't think these are not numbered in any way. 97 Pinnacle Certified Red Steve Yzerman in an 8. Nice shine there, that's fun. Oh, you can actually see me. How about that? And the camera. Let's avoid showing that. Okay, 97 Upper Deck Black Diamond Yzerman in a 6. With the die cut. I'm not sure what happened here. I think it might have to do with this, some serious like print issues up there in the upper right that you can kind of see. That could be the reason. 1997, Be a Player, Wayne Gretzky, one-timers. Okay, in an 8. This says 1 of 20, but I think that is the, I don't think that's I'll double check, but I think that's just sort of that there are 20 cards in the set, and he's number 1. We're getting into some of my favorites. Here's a 1999 Be a Player Millennium Signature Series. Ruby, Gretzky, 8. I have him on the Oilers in the front, Rangers on the back, numbered to 1,000. You saw some of these in one of the insert videos before. So here are some of the graded ones. Couple of Teemu Selannes in 9s. Again, these are numbered to 1,000, 880, and 430. Look at that. Cool. Paul Coffey in a 9. It looks really nice next to the Gretzky in an 8. Of course, it'd look better if the Gretzky was a 9. I wonder if the color had anything to do with it, because if you notice, the color is, it's much flatter and pinker. Like here's a Chris Chelios. It's red. It's supposed to be ruby. I think it's supposed to be closer to this. Although Paul Coffey's not that much different, and he did get a 9. So. All right. 2 Chris Chelioses. It's tough to say. And it is interesting that they both graded the same, because if you look closely at both of these cards, right, you also can see it's like there's almost like a little bit of a print defect, and his nose is cut off on this one as opposed to the one on the left. I don't know. Maybe not. For some reason, I always look at that card and see a difference. And here is the Lone 10 of the Order, 1999 SPX Excitement, Wayne Gretzky. Pretty card. You know, it's got fun sparklies. Not numbered or anything like that. Have a Upper Deck MVP, Gretzky Special Forces in a 9. And then we're gonna wrap this up with 2 from the 1999 Upper Deck Black Diamond. This is Messier Final Cut. It's on the Canucks. I don't even remember that, but this guy, the final cuts are numbered out of 100. You see that up there. So that's 52 out of 100. And then, so yeah, in an 8, and then a Martin Brodeur Diamond Cut in an 8. Not numbered, but die cut, which are fun. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I get the 60 card hockey order back from PSA soon, so we get another reveal. Let me know what you think in the comments. Talk to you soon.